at the lightning. And we always, talk about these storms, and we talk about the threat for tornadoes and the strong winds and the hail. But in this case, you always have to remember that by nature, by definition, you have lightning.
We just missed it.
Past 48 hours.
That's right, and clouds of ground lightning, very dangerous. We remind everyone when you're inside, set down the phone if you have a phone that's corded, not a wireless, and of course step away from anything that may conduct electricity. We're getting a lot of new information here by the minute here. We have a new report now. 2 deaths are being linked to the severe weather outbreak. One is in Tennessee and another in Mississippi, unfortunately, and power outages are widespread from Louisiana to Tennessee to West Virginia. And WVSU-TV in New Orleans reports that the causeway is shut down because of winds as high as 90 miles per hour.
And right now, we want to go to our severe weather expert, Dr. Greg Forbes, for a look at what he is keeping a close eye on right now. Dr. Forbes, what are you seeing right now? How are things developing?
Storms bearing down on the Atlanta area. Downtown Atlanta, about an hour and a half. That'd be about 11:30. Folks, if you're in Georgia, southern Alabama, southern Mississippi, Florida Panhandle, get your flashlights ready, because between the winds that could knock out the power lines and the lightning that could knock it out, you might have to need those flashlights tonight. Here's the situation. Cold front with a little bit of a wave of low pressure, a kink of low on there that's giving a turning of the winds with height. Surface winds from the south, 3,000-foot winds about 60 miles per hour from the southwest. So we can still get tornadoes because of that wind shift. And the storm is bearing down on Atlanta from the northwest and the west. Let's go over to our graphics 14 and we'll take a look. Here, we've had a possible tornado reported near Rome, Georgia. That's there. Here is the Atlanta metro area. You see this little blue line coming out? That means these storms are producing rain-cooled outflow. That's a gust front coming out ahead of the storms. If it gets too far out ahead, that's a good thing. It may mean that the storms will begin to weaken. Now, I wanted to slide a little bit farther over to the west toward the Birmingham area. And the storms there rolling through Anniston, Alabama, and the Talladega area down to Sylacauga area. Birmingham, it's past you. I took a slice through one of these storms. There's some little lavender hail cores in there, damaging wind gusts. Let me show you the wind velocities out of Birmingham. Just huge winds in here. All these light rains up to 70 mile per hour wind gusts. That's why we have the severe thunderstorm warnings all across the area. And in a cross section sliced through, like a few minutes ago when I had one of these little hail cores at the surface. These are big thunderstorms, up about 40,000 feet tall, surging ahead and almost like a shelf there because of the strong winds racing forward. Inflow comes in here, and then the top of the thunderstorm is many miles behind where this thunderstorm updraft enters the storm. So dangerous thunderstorms, lightning, damaging winds, and tornadoes coming across the area overnight tonight with torcon values of 5 across much of this area for parts of Georgia, parts of southern Alabama, and a little bit less as we get a little less unstable up into the Carolinas. Tornadoes, damaging winds. We get farther up into the mid-Atlantic there might be some spotty damaging winds, probably not enough that we're going to get a tornado, and not too many damaging winds there either. Crystal?
All right, Dr. Forbes, as always, we appreciate your expertise. And as Dr. Forbes said, get your your candles out, your flashlights. A heads up here as we expect a strong storm during the overnight hours.
And here's the timing of that. Here's a look at midnight tonight as that cold front swings through the southeast.
Oh, goodness.
Affecting here in the Atlanta area. And we're still in the overnight. Now we're into the morning hours.
We're going to get wiped out.
And this cold front in a hurry moving out to sea. So by the time we get in tomorrow evening, and to tomorrow night, we should really be
that black part is just going to go right over
behind this cold front as it does continue to push up.
Yeah, right here. Unfortunately, we have another threat for severe weather late this week, and then again into the weekend. It is that time of year. You can sign up, of course, for Notify. That'll keep you ahead of the
bye, Weather Channel.
if we do get